So good evening, class. We are starting tonight. The topic is tools. It's going to be tools and soft skills in business analysis or for business analysts. But this night we'll try to cover only the tools, and then we cover subsequent class. We're going to cover the soft skills.
Yeah.
All the tools we're going to talk about this night, I'm sure we already know about them. So business analysts play a crucial role in bridging the gap between business need and technology. And to be active, they rely on various tools to gather data, document processes, analyze requirements, and communicate with stakeholders. So all these we need different technologies at different stage, like we see here, gather requirement. We need some technologies or tools in order to gather requirements or data. During documentation, we still need technologies, applications to do that, to do the analysis. We still need technology to communicate effectively. So let's get to understand all these various tools that BAs need to have a good hang on in order to be able to deliver a good project as a business analyst. We start with documentation and requirement management. Documentation is the central role for BA, particularly capturing requirements and ensuring clear communication between stakeholders. We need tools. As we are gathering requirements, we need tools to help us do that. So managing our requirement and documenting it, we need all these tools. And to do that, some of these tools here are basic tools that we already know about. We have Microsoft Word or Google Doc. These are basic tools we need, during requirement gathering, and you need to take notes. And where are we taking notes? Today, we do no longer take notes like writing in papers. So we write on Google Doc or Microsoft Word. We use them to take notes. And the features here is collective editing. After collecting, we can edit as a team or as an individual, easy formatting, and comment section. You find out that these tools are very, very good because you can capture requirements and document it in something like Google Doc, and you invite your stakeholders to these documents where they can actually look at the requirements you've captured and make comments if there is any mistake. So they are very useful tools if we really know how to use them. For instance, you see this document I'm using here is on Google Doc. this Google Doc and Microsoft Word, they provide the same services, it's just that they come from different companies. While having an interview or workshop or capturing requirements, I can be writing my notes here. After writing my notes, I can invite stakeholders. From here, I can share this document. You know, click here, copy the link, or just share this to whomever I want to share with. And once I share it, depending on what I want them to do, they can start, you know, making comments. Here, from here, you can see this is comment section. So the stakeholder can read this. If this is not really what, or there is error in the requirements are captured from the stakeholder, I can use this. The stakeholder can make comments from here, select and make comments, and after them, we can after making comments, from there I can understand if there is mistakes. So from there I can select anywhere I want to select and make comments. So what I'm making here is on there. So that's it. So that is it for Google Doc. That is what I'm using here. And for so many of us that do not know how to, you know, once you have a Google account, a Gmail account, you have access to all these documents. So let's look at this. From here, if you want to get any of these documents, like we have Google Doc. In Microsoft, I'm not talking about Microsoft because it's paid, but if you want to buy it, we have what we call Office 365. Once you buy Office 365, you are going to have access to all the application for, you know, office purposes. And after this tool called Google Doc or Micro, this for Word documents, we have another tool called Microsoft Excel or Google Sheet. The purpose is for data analysis, simple tracking, creating reports. These if you are the one, your baby is just put yourself on mute. The features here is for table charts, tracking, metrics, and so on. There's a lot we can use Excel to achieve. Excel is very powerful. We have it in Sheet as well, call it Google Sheet. And then we have PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint for presentation. All these are tools the BA need. They need this PowerPoint or Google Slide for making presentation. If you have a meeting with the stakeholder, you need slides or PowerPoint to make presentation. And if you want to analyze your data, you use Microsoft Excel or Google Sheet for analysis. If you want to, you know, take notes, you use this to take your notes. So they are very essential basic tools for business analysts. Not only business analysts, everybody needs, everyone working in the office, whether business analyst, whether project manager, whether any other office, you need all these basic documents, all these basic tools to create your document, submit your report, make presentation to your stakeholders. These are very basic tools we need. So like I said, if you don't know how to get them, for this particular one I'm using is free. It's completely free. You don't need to pay anything. So you don't have any excuse why you can't make a good BA, why you cannot take notes, why you cannot analyze your data, or why you cannot make good presentation. They are all free. You don't need to pay anything to have them. So just, you can see here, what I'm using here is my normal Gmail account. You see it here. It's not at digiteched.com, or it's not at digital, it's not premium account. Just the point I'm making here is just normal account, normal Google account will give you access to all these tools. Looking at it here, let me show you this one. You see here, with this my account, if you want to access them, you see this menu. They are for application, all the Google application. If you open it with your laptop, everybody will see it, no matter where, as long as you have basic. You click on this. It's going to show you all the application that Google have, all of them. And if you come for this Office document, you see here, this is Google Doc, this is Google Sheet, this is Google Slide, and all of them. This is Google Form. This one will help you for data collection or requirement gathering. They are all tools BA need, and you can see them here. They are free of charge. This is all the Google application, all of them. They are here. If you YouTube, you can see YouTube here, Gmail, Meet, Drive, Chat, Calendar. This Gemini is their artificial intelligence, and this is Map, and this is their business manager. So that is how to go about and access them. If you come to this menu again, you see these are basic tools. Basic office tool: doc, sheet, slide, form. So, and we're not going to be spending much time on this because we already know how to, but for those who don't know how to use it, detailed explanation is below the scope of this course. So I'm not going to be teaching you how to use Google Doc or Google Sheet. It's so elementary for business analysis training. So if you don't know how to use it, you can go to YouTube, watch it up. It's not so difficult to understand. But the point is that it's one of these tools that you need as BA. So if you don't know how to use them very well, it's very important you go and brush up, and so you can pick up and accelerate. So is there any of us here who do not know how to use this application? Is there anyone here who cannot use Google Doc or Microsoft Word? Anyone here? Okay, everybody knows how to use it. Is there anyone who do not know how to use Excel or spreadsheets? Basically, not as a data analyst, but just to create table, just basic use of Excel. It's very important that if you don't know how to use it, and if you want to be a business analyst, you don't know how basic use of Excel or sheet, it's very, very important that you go and watch YouTube. There's a lot of content on that on YouTube that will help you to, just creating tables is very, very important. Is there anyone who do not know how to use PowerPoint at this point? Don't be shy. We can guide you maybe outside this, but it's very, very necessary. Everybody at this point, if you're aspiring to become a business analyst, you should be able to know how to use PowerPoint to make presentation. It's very, very important. So if you don't know how to use that, it's very important. Okay, Joseph, you don't know how to use PowerPoint, go to YouTube and watch it up. We'll have a lot of basic videos that will get you started. You don't need to be, if you don't know how to use, and you want to be a BA, you have to go and learn it up. It's not too difficult, so, and then Google Form. By now, all of us should know how to use Google Form to, capture requirements, gather data. You should be able to, these days we don't create, before we used to create questionnaires with papers. After writing it, you start sharing it. These days we don't do that anymore. To capture requirements, more especially from large number of participants, we need form. That is what we used to something. These are the tools we need. There is no, we can go back. If you don't know how to go back and learn it, it's very, very important. That is the reason I captured all this, because as a business analyst, you need to write reports. You need to do presentation before the stakeholders. Having a meeting like this, you should be able, you don't know the kind of stakeholders you want to talk to. I'm using this note because I'm a teacher teaching. I don't use slide because it limits the information I share with my students. That's why I use notes. So, but if you are just presenting before the board or group of stakeholders, it's advisable you use slide to do that, and they are not difficult. So it's not difficult to use. Let's look at this slide. We're gonna open up a slide because someone say you do not know how to use slide. So if you want to use slide, this is it here. This is slide. This is Google Slide. Click on it to open up. So that is it here. These are like this business analysis slide. I have a lot of my document in slide, but I've not stopped using it because I prefer using my doc for my notes. So if you want to open up a blank, this is how you open a blank slide. So, and here you capture you put the title of whatever you want to put the title here, and then you put the subtitle, and you start capturing information, putting information you want to put. And here you see you can capture it in different formats. It will give you different theme. This is what we call themes. So that will define the kind of design. The theme is a design, whichever design you want. Like here, it's just basic. See this basic. And if you want it in a different way, for instance, if I click on this is different design. If I click on this, you see different design. You can use different design to capture your whatever you want to present. So, and then if you want to add more slide, all you need to do is on this, you right click. Once you right click, it will add you to either duplicate the one you have already, or you add new slide. If you want to add new slide, you add new slide. Say I've added new slide, and that is how you are going to keep on adding slide. If you put the title, you put the information here, what information you want to share with people or stakeholders. It's not difficult. You can import images. If I want to import image on this, I click on this, and come here from insert here. You can from here put whatever image you want to put here into this slide. And let me pull one image from my this, and I'm going to talk about Jira. And now I will, so you see, if I want to use this slide to present this course, this is Jira. I can from here talk to you about Jira. This is, can start creating my notes from here. And if I want to add another one here, I will just add another sheet here. And this one I can say insert, just didn't do for the person say that, to show that it's not difficult to start using. And then let's talk about, I've captured Jira, and then I want to capture draw.io, and that is draw.io. So I can come here and produce it so that the title will come up, and the title here can just talk about draw.io. So you can see now, this is now a slide. If I want to teach you about draw.io, I've captured draw.io, and this is the title. So from here, I can start telling you about draw.io. If I want to teach you about Jira, I've captured that on image. If you want, you can equally capture, use text to do that. And so we're not going to waste time here. It's just to show us that this is what slide is all about. Or if you want to, capture more, like I said here. So you don't need to go and pay to get, say Jira. And you can equally, here, if you want to add text, this is the text box. If you're planning to, so as many text, you click here, it gives you this thing. You can see draw.io. say BA tools. So you can see here, I've made a note. If I want to teach without capturing image, these are BA tools. I've talked about, this is Jira, this is, I can start making small note on this, but like I said, it's mainly for bullet points, capture more of bullet points. So that's why I prefer using my notes, because the notes will help me to be more detailed while teaching. I'm not presenting to executives at high level. It's when I want to talk about a presentation on a high level, then you can use this. But when you try to make a presentation or want to teach or tutorial or facilitate on low level means detailed. For me, I prefer to use Google Doc because I have to make notes and, collaborating with my team as well. So we can work on document and edit and things like that, make comments. I use my doc, but this mainly for presentation. So go play around, watch YouTube, play around. It's not difficult for those who have not using it, or if you have been limited because you feel you need to pay in order to use it from Microsoft. You don't need. Or just come to Google, go to this and start using them. It's free. So, and for those, if you want to create a form, you come here. This is, for instance, for those who want to create Google Sheets, this is it. There's not, you don't need to go and pay to Microsoft in order to get the Excel. This is it. Create your title, use whatever you want to use. You can insert table here. So if you want to insert cell, row, column, these are where if you want table, insert table. If you want to insert chart, pivot table, image, draw it. This is where you do all these things. Emoji, if you want checkbox, if you want a drop down. These are if you want to make notes, these are a lot of things where you can use this from insert. You can do all these things. Insert any doc data you need to insert here. If you want to format, you can format here. If you want to wrap up, if you want an alignment, text, rotation, these are things you can do from here. And these are, if you want to do and analyze your data, if you want to create a filter, create filter from here. And there's a lot you can do with this. These are so much you can do with Excel. Everything you can do with Microsoft Excel, you can do it with this Google Sheets. From here, you can make edit, copy, paste, and things like that from file here. After everything, if you want to make a copy, if you want to import, if you want to export, you can export your document from here. And if you want to create templates, create from template. For instance, if I want to create events, from here you see here from events, or if I want to create a project management task, just from here, you see this is a template. I've imported a template. If I'm so lazy, I don't want to start creating from the scratch, I can start customizing this particular one I've created here. So, and I just want a blank table. I can just from here insert it if I want to for event. So there's a lot of things you can do from this particular tool as a. So you see here we have a lot of templates here that can guide you. For some of us who are so lazy, like me, if I don't want to create anything, I'll come here, and if I want to start a project management, you see here, you see project tasks, resources, office. So I can use this to create a project. If I want to plan a travel, from here, you can use it to plan your see budget. If you want to plan budget expenses, they have it here. Trip, if you can see, they have a lot of tools, a lot of templates you can use if you don't know where to start. If you want to create product roadmap, there's it here and here. So if you want to inventory management, so see inventory tracker, inventory vendor list, and if you want to do recruitment, these are tools for recruitment. So that's it. Very pretty handy tool we can use. Like I said, it's not only for business analysts. If you are a recruiter, you can see that this can help you to do recruitment, manage your staff, budget, team planner. See, there's a lot of things you can do from here. And if you are a marketer as well, you see from here, you can do some marketing campaign, track results. So these are things you can do with this sheet. So it's not only for just simple, there's a lot of things you can achieve using this, a lot you can achieve. So all you need to do is play around. If you want to do anything, if you want to go to market, or if you want to, you can come here, use it, do your budgeting, or if you want to plan a birthday party, you can come and use it, the event side of it, or projects, you can use it and create your own. So if you want to capture requirements that you need to create a form which you send for people to feel like, now if you want to, understand the people who have interest in business analysis and those who have interest in project management. If I want to separate the class into project managers, I can come here, use this form. For some of us might not know how to use it, but some of us already are using it professionally. All you need to do is, this is a blank form. You see, I'll be creating a lot of using this. You come over here and open a form, put a title, and this is the questions. You put the question here, you keep asking question. This is option 1. For instance, if you want to multiple choices, you put option 1. And when you put option 1, then you can then push another option 2, and you continue to put more options as you are going. This is for multiple choice. If you don't want multiple choice, you can come here and decide what you want. For instance, if you want a checkbox, here you can select a checkbox, you can ask question, and this is at the end of the day, the person will check from here. These are checkboxes, and you keep on adding more checkboxes as well. So if you want to put like 5 checkboxes and for the person to select one, the person will just come, select 1 or 2, select 1. If you want them to select 2, they can select 2. And that's it. If you don't want checkboxes, there are so many options here. We have drop down as well. From here, you can drop down, and so many of them. And if you want short answers, or if you want paragraph, whichever way, and you see dates, time. So all these things will help you to create a questionnaire you will send. This is where you create all the questions, either multiple questions, checkbox, whichever way you want to do it, you create it from here. And after that, you send it to wherever you want to send. If you want to send it, come here, click on here, send it, will generate a link that you are going to send to maybe the group of people you want to capture requirement. And here, when people started responding, from here you start seeing the responses, and from that will help you to get a view of what the people are saying. And then you can set it up, you can put setting here, make it however you want to customize it. You have option to come to the setting side and do it. And after that, if you want to import your data you've collected as a table, you come over here and export it as a table, and you start working from that. So that's how you can use this form to capture requirements. And yeah, so let's so like this, for this is the one for project manager business. You see here, you see people, and you see here, as it's coming for me, it's already analyzing this for me. I'm already understanding. Like here, I want to understand educational qualification. You see graduate, you see final year students, you see no. So this is, that's it. You help you to analyze the report as well, and that's how you can do that. And if you don't want to, once you are done submitting, you can click not set it, and people cannot be able to submit again. And that's a very handy tool. So instead of you going to start writing, typing, printing, and sending, you just send a form, create a form here, send the link, and people will fill, and that's it. So that's it for that. So that's how we can use these basic office tools as a business analyst to do your work. And then we'll have another tool here called Jira. We'll use Jira for requirement management, issue tracking, and project management as well. We'll have agile board support. We'll have backlog prioritization, have user stories, and we'll have sprint tracking. So this is it. It's mainly used for software development, but initially it was created for software development. But these days, people are using it differently, not only for software development. So by the time we get to execute stage, that is how we see, sorry, how we are going to use this Jira. Looking at it from life angle, this is how Jira looks like. If you have not used it, but I know so many of us have used it already. So this is Jira, and it's for requirements management, project management, project tracking. So once you come here, this is backlog. We've done product backlog. That product backlog you have in your Excel sheet or Google Sheet. Once you get to this stage, you have to start importing them into all the requirements that the developers need to work on. You have to start. They are going to be called, you see the backlog here, they have it for it. So add all of them, he has backlog. And if you look at here, You see so many backlog we have here. We have some. These are the remaining backlog. Some of others we've already finished this project. The CRM projects we've done. So this is CRM for content and lead management for uchos.com. And these are requirements. We've done all this. These requirements we captured here. These product backlogs we've captured here. And if you come down here to the board, this is the board, we call it Agile board. So once you start a sprint, this is where it's going to show from here. For instance, if you want to, this particular, we still have some requirements here which we will not finish. This requirement, if I want us to finish up this work here, now you can, these requirements are moving them to sprint environment, and from backlog to sprint environment is now becoming sprint backlog. We are going to manage it. And now we've after having sprint meeting based on these two requirements, we can just we already have story points, so we come over here and start the sprint. And we come over here, we decide the amount of time we are going to work on, and we say we are going to work on 2 weeks sprint. Let's select 2 weeks sprint, and we'll put goal. Let's say implement. Let's see, this is our sprint goal. We click on this, and now we have started this. So once we start, if you go to backlog again, you are not going to see this requirement because they have been moved to the sprint board where the developers are going to work on them. If you click on here, you see these items are now here in the board because the sprint have started. And once we finish this, they are going to disappear from this. So now they are still to do. We've not worked on them, but this is the item the developers are going to work. All they need to do is from to do, they drag it to in progress. After in progress, they will conduct testing, and after testing, they will say done. And then this one again, they will do this. And after in progress, in progress, from progress to testing, and after testing and everything okay, they drag it to done. And you see this will take a lot of time, not just the one I'm dragging and dropping, take like 2 weeks because it is going to involve a lot of coding, customization, configuration, and this is what the developers, and while they're doing that, they can equally view the progress. The Scrum Master will always come here to view the progress. The Scrum Master will here as well to support whatever is doing, whoever is having challenges. The Scrum Master, like for instance, in this, if you are working on this and there is situation, you're having challenges, you come here, you right click. When you right click, you raise a flag. You can see raise a flag. Just you make a comment based on the problem you're having. That's you are raising a red flag, and you confirm. Now you can see this means that there is situation here. You are raising a red flag, and once the Scrum Master see that the developer is raising a flag, you will just come to find out what is the problem. And once understanding the problem, it will help whoever is working on this requirement to resolve the issue. And once that is done, you come over and remove the flag again, meaning that it has been resolved, and you click, you see the flag is gone. So that's how Scrum Master can equally be working here, resolving issue with, and then put to testing and done. And when these are overall done, finished, nothing remaining, so the Scrum Master will come over here, you see, and say complete sprint. And you click on this, you complete. You see complete sprint 2, and then complete. So, and once you complete this, you come back here and you will see that we don't have any more work in the sprint environment, and we don't have any work in the product backlog. If you want to start more work, easy, you can come over here and go to timeline here. We create another epic. You know, we can maybe say if we want to integrate this CRM system with Microsoft Outlook or Teams, we can come here, create another epic, and go to our product backlog and import more requirements into Jira. So that is how we use Jira to manage requirements. So that's it for Jira. So that's how to use Jira. Well, we're going to use this when we get to, I think we had a workshop on this, but when we get to execute stage, we are going to use this live. So we are going to be combining whatever we are doing in FreeCamp and using Jira as well. So this is what we need to do as well when we get to execute stage. So this is one of the tools BAs can use. So it's the duty of BA most of the time to start bringing requirements here and start managing the requirements. All the backlog from the product backlog, BAs need to do that. Most is when we don't have a product owner. So many companies, they use BAs as their product owner to manage this. But once we have product owner, the product owner will do this. But the product owner and BA role are so, you know, related. But even if you have product owner, in some cases, BAs will have to work with product owners to manage requirements in this Jira. So that is it for Jira. So, and if you want to add more, add as many of these things as possible. If you finish this one and you want to add another project, you can add more projects. And this particular software, Jira, is owned by Atlassian. They have so many applications. So if you click here, we see the application they have, like see them here. They have Jira Work Management, they have Confluence, they have Trello, they have all these applications we're talking about. So that is it for documentation, and requirement management tools. Then we have business modeling tools. After capturing requirements, you will know already that after capturing requirements and documenting our requirements, so many cases we need to model our we need to model the requirement using business process modeling, flowcharts, and diagrams. That's some of the diagrams like use case diagram. We've done that as well. And we have tools like Microsoft Visio, we have Lucidchart or Draw.io. They are different, they are from different companies, but they are the same tools. You know, same tool, just like a car from Mercedes, a car from Toyota, a car is a particular brand of car, not not brand, but model of car from Mercedes, Toyota, and BMW. Just the same purpose. They are serving the same purpose, but it's just from the same company. So, and here we only captured Draw.io. Draw.io is 100% free. Lucidchart is not 100% free. If you want to use it at some point, they will ask you to pay for some premium or upgrade. But Microsoft is a paid application, 100% paid. But Lucidchart, they have free aspects of it, and if you want to make the best out of it, you need to pay. But Draw.io is 100% free, and this application is top notch. And we already know how to use this application. We've done one or two things with this application. So that is it here. If you don't know how to use it at this point, I don't know, because I think we've done some work. So if I want to say create a new diagram, all I need to do is here, if I want to use templates, but I'm going to use blank canvas, and I'll create. And if here, I'll just untitle diagram, yes, and I'll just save it here. You can decide wherever you want to save. You want to save it on your drive or whichever way. I'm saving it on my desktop, which I'll delete later. And there you see here, this is where you have to start working here. So depends on what you want to do. If you want a flow chart diagram, or whichever was swim lane diagram, whichever one, you have all the shapes that can help you to achieve that. And this for flow charts. And if you want like use case diagrams, so these are various things you can use. We've done use case diagrams. So many of we already know how to use this. So this is a tool, very good tool for BAs. As a BA, you must know how to use any of these tools very well. So these general documents. So it depends on what you want to do here. So it depends on whatever you want to do. This is very good. You want to start, let's say, small this thing, you need to start by bringing in container. Container here is very flexible. You can do it anyhow you want. And then you can start bringing the shapes you want to use for your work, bringing it here. And from there, you can start the process. And So we've done this before. As a matter of fact, so many of us have used it, and we're not going to start learning how because we've used this before, but we have just to capture it as one of the tools we need to. If at this point you don't know how to use this, I think we'll have a video. You go and watch our video. Is there anybody who do not know how to use this draw.io? Anybody? Any of us who do not know how to use the draw.io? All of us should be able to know how to use this software by now. We've done that. I remember we've used this to do some work like which I asked you people to. Even when we are doing a work breakdown structure, we use this as well to do our work breakdown structure in project management. So you can use this to do a lot of things. You can use it for your mock-up. You can use this for wireframing and a lot. Anything you can use this for, a lot of things. So it is not for only business analysts. Project managers can use that, create diagrams. So that's this. I hope everybody know how to use them because no one. So I don't think it's a big deal for now because we have been in this journey for a while now. So by now, I think we are getting hang of all this. We should know how to use this very well. And we'll have to continue to play around, practice, do a lot of things from here. That's how you perfect your skills. You can't just perfect your skill by doing a one-off task. So have to, as a business analyst, you need to spend time here. It's very important. You spend time in all these applications in order to master them. So we have so many other collaborative tools you can use, like collaborative and communication tool here. We use these ones a lot, like Microsoft Teams. So many of us will know, we know Microsoft Teams, we know Slack, and used for communication. And we use this so many times. We know Zoom, we know Google Meet, but I didn't capture much because these are what we are using on daily basis. So it's very good tools for BAs for collaboration and communication, having meeting, collaborating. You know, this is really for collaboration and communication and, you know, charts. These days, companies are beginning to use WhatsApp. WhatsApp is on the rise, on the trend, it's trending a lot these days. And if care is not taken, I see them displacing a lot of all these tools here because they are really on the rise. One of the most popular application, you know, I didn't capture it here. Then we have project management tools. BAs often work closely with project managers and need tools to track projects, timeline, deliverable, and stakeholder responsibilities. So that's why most of the time when we are teaching about project management, we try to teach that with business analysis. And when we're teaching business analysis, because they always go hand, they work together a lot. And you know, when we're doing project management, we try to master some BA tools as well, like draw.io, some of these diagram. Project managers are sometimes create some diagram. And BAs as well, they use project manager's tool as well while doing some work in order to, track their own deliverables, track their milestone, and even collaborate with stakeholders. So we have Microsoft projects, we have Project Labor, and purpose here is project management, scheduling, and tracking. We have features like Gantt chart, resource allocation, task business, and the rest of them. So these tools, BAs use them as well, because as a BA, you need to track your tasks, track your timeline, your schedule. You need to do that very well as well. If they are not only, it's not only project managers that do track, you BA, you need to track your tasks as well. So we already know that. And I didn't want to come and start capturing or going to Projectly because we already done that. And if you do not know how to use that, is there anybody here who cannot use Project Labor? Because, when we're starting, I saw some BAs, some people who indicated interest in BA, they become BA. I find out so many of them, they are agitated because we are spending a lot of time in project management. I'm telling them, calm down. So many of them seems not to be interested. At this point, you can see why you have to be interested. If you didn't pay attention on what we are doing in project management, you can see at this point you are going to blame yourself because, like I said, a good BA should be a project manager. So that's why some of these things, we've captured them already in project management class. So some other tools here that is for project management, we see here, we have Asana, we have Basecamp, and we have FleetCamp. We have Monday.com. All of them, even Trello, it does the same work. All of them here is for project tracking and project management and workflow automation. Project management, so they are the same thing. They do the same work. Project management tracking, and even SharePoint and Confluence, mainly for project documentation and sharing, creating wikis, team collaboration, centralizing information. So these are they all work together. So like I captured only FleetCamp that we're using, but they are the same. They were just different companies want to tweak it. If you master how to use one, there is no need. You've known how to use others. So if you look at this, we've done this. Every one of us should be here. If you are not here, because I know before we start, we onboarded everybody here, and everybody we had a workshop on how to use this, and we'll talk about how to use this extensively, even in projects like collaboration. For instance, this I think this is so looking at this is a project, and for Abia Group, and you see here, this is collaboration. Within this project, this is tax. This is, you can track schedule and track your activities from this place. And from here, you can do some discussion. And here you can manage some project file from here. So you can see that is task tracking, task scheduling, deliverable milestone. With this, you can see, you can use this list stages to capture the milestone of every project, discussion, calendar file. So this is for collaborative, is a collaborative tracking, scheduling tool. So, and like I said, once you master one of them, like this FreeCamp, you've mastered all this. And all these, like Asana, Basecamp, yeah, they are all paid. Even this FreeCamp is, they have a free version, they have premium version as well. So, but you can use free version to play around to understand this. Even all these ones, they have like 2 weeks. You can use it for 2 weeks, play around. Asana, Basecamp. We have Monday.com. We have Trello. We have Confluence and SharePoint. They are the same. It does the same thing, just different components and tweaking it in one way or the other. So, and if you know how to use one of them very well, like FreeCamp, then there is no need of, you've known how to use others. Wherever any company you are going to, and you know how to use FreeCamp very well, you should be able to use all these other ones I've listed. So if you want to know more about them, if you feel like you need to, just go to YouTube, type any of them, you see brief tutorial on how to use them. They explain them very well there. Then we have wireframing tool. BA need wireframing tool to help visualize system requirement, particularly in software development. And to do this wireframing, we have Microsoft Visio, we have Lucidchart, we have Draw.io. We can equally use Blacksmith. We can equally use Sketch. This Sketch, I think, is from Adobe, and Blacksmith, you have them. So, but this particular wireframing, if you go to Draw.io, we have and use it to let's see. And so this is what I call is a wireframe, like something, trying to create a visual. If you want to a software, if you want to create kind of a mock-up or a prototype, how it's going to look like. At this point, you're trying to paint a picture how a software is going to, or how a system is going to look like, so that the stakeholders will see it. For instance, you are creating a website and you want to create a wireframe. So many of them here, you can use this tool, can help you to create wireframe, any kind of wireframe you want. And if you come over here and you don't see what you are looking for, you can, any of the shape here you are looking for and you don't see it here, and like all these things here, you can help you create any kind of wireframe you want or mock-up. If you click here, These are so many things here you can, if you want clip art, if you want Android. For instance, if you are trying to create a Android phone or something, you can select this one. If you want to, for iOS, these are some of the things will help you when you'll be creating you're selecting them. If you see, like, say, mockup here, you see mockup, you see sitemap, Salesforce, anything you want here, you can get it from here. So if it's networking, cloud enterprise, anything, all you need to do is select. We call all these things are what we call them library. So just select the kind of the library you want, and you have all the, if you want Amazon Web Services 3D, you just select this. And once you want to create a wireframe on such application, you see them. You want SAP, you want so many of them. So that's why I said this Draw.io got a lot, just for you to know how to use it. If you want to create an infographic stuff, that's it. Material design, electrical, web icon, whatever you want is here for you to. And once you select all the things you want, you come over here and you click apply. And if you come here, you see all of them. For instance, here, if you load this, you see these are some of the things. So if you are trying to create a mock-up or whatever, you see this. There's a lot of things you can use for your phone. For instance, if you are trying to create a mobile application, with this, you've gotten this. All you need to do is now bring in more shapes in and adding on this. You already got the container. By the time you finish creating this, you should be able to create a screen of a mobile application. So, and if you want a tablet of it, you can use this one to create. This is a tablet, or this can be laptop size. This can be, so that is what we call wireframing. So when you create this mock-up image or the skeletal image, as BAs does this. If you are creating, if you are designing a software, more especially if you are designing a software from the scratch, a mobile application, is important to create a wireframe or a mock-up. So, and there's a lot of mock-ups, mock-up graphics. So graphics, and these are forms, and these are containers. If, like, for instance, you want to create a website, you see this is a website container. It also can help you to design the screen of your website. And this is a mock-up. This is a button to main text. This is, for instance, if I want to create this, I'll come down here, see, and so that's mean by markup. So you can use this tool to create any kind of mock-up you want. So you don't need to start going to, if you want navigation. So if I want to create a wireframe or a mock-up of a website, with this I can just create it, and that's it. So the point here, Draw.io is a very good tool, very, very powerful tool. You can use it to do a lot of things, not only process map, not only UM mock-up as well. And that is why I call it is too much to be free. But what can we do? We just have to thank the developers who produce it and make it free for everybody to use. So that's mock-up tools. So if you don't have money to buy Microsoft Visio or Lucidchart or Blastsmith or Sketch, Draw.io can do anything you want to do. So, and we have requirement gathering and elicitation too. Under requirement elicitation is one of the most critical tasks for a business analyst. These tools help to gather, analyze, and validate requirements like survey. So we have Google Form. We already talked about Google Form, have SurveyMonkey, but Google Form can do a lot for you. So, and that's it. Then we have interview techniques like video, have video conferencing or video recorder, record stakeholders interview. We've done that whenever we are having meeting like this, we can record it. Or you can use audio recording if you are having an outdoor meeting, not remote meeting. You can use audio recorder to record it. If you're having a remote meeting like what I'm having with you, then you use video recorder, just like this Microsoft Meet. You record your meeting. So these are various tools we can use. So looking in all, I made sure that every of the activity, we must have at least one free tool we can use to do that. We can't say because, and all these free tools are in most cases better than the paid ones. So like this Google Form is one of the best globally, and it's free. So we use it to capture requirements, and we can equally use these video conferencing applications like Zoom and the rest of them to capture our requirements as well. So these are various tools we need as a BA. So with these tools we've captured now, you can get started as a BA and running fast. Yeah, so that is it for now. Oh, but there are so many tools as we are advancing, maybe at a very high level. There's some complex, but with the tool we have here, this is all the tools we have here. This is what I use, and I'm doing a very good business analysis job with all the tools. So Most of the things I do just within these tools. Just as like, for instance, this Visio and this, you will see a company might be using Microsoft Visio, you know, and I love using Draw.io. So many people love using the Sys charts. So that's it. So I think with all these tools, you can master all the tools we discussed tonight. We should be comfortable doing any kind of tasks as a BA, you know. So we have enough tools here to help us do this. So business analysts rely on a wide array of tools to carry out their responsibilities effectively, from requirement gathering, documentation, management, analysis, and collaboration. The right tool can make a significant difference in ensuring successful project outcome. Understanding how and when to use these tools is essential for any BA looking to excel in their role as a business analyst. So that is where we are going to end these tools tonight. And in our next session, we are going to be talking about the soft skills a business analyst needs, because it's not all about tools. If you master all these tools and you don't have the soft skills, you can't go anywhere. So all these tools, mastering the tools and having the right soft skills, that is what will take you places as a business analyst. So if you have any question and you want us to discuss, you can bring it on and we can talk about it. So this is time for me to respond to your feedback, or whatever you want to, to have been taken. You want to talk about anything you want to discuss, further questions, we can capture them here and talk about it. If any of these tools you feel that you do not still understand it, then you can ask your questions. Okay. Please raise your hand and ask your question. Don't write, I'm not going to respond to texts. When I'm teaching you, I'm not writing, I'm not using texts. If you cannot be able to address the class, forget about it. We have Tosin Adetunji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
In case we have a client who probably wants us to carry out this kind of business process modeling for their organization or business, so like it's not a full-time role, maybe a company wants to carry it out, so how do we bill for it, sir?
If you have a client who wants to carry a business processes modeling,
yes, sir.
How?
Like what you just showed us now, like maybe to do flow charts for the organization, or
have we not done that before?
I'm not talking about how to carry it out. Like, how do we bill them? Like, how do we charge them? That's what I'm asking, sir.
How to chart them? Chart.
Charge, like to bill. How do we ask them for the pay? Like, what range of, like the range of.
Well, that is beyond the scope of this. We want to know how to charge your clients. how much
Yes,
you are
sir.
going to charge your client for the work you are going to do for them?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't know about that, you know. So you have the market, you look at the market, you can see how much BAs are being paid within regions. It depends on region. So if in the UK, a BA, so we don't charge based on, as a BA do not, or for this profession, they don't charge based on you want to do process modeling, or you want, is that you want to hire me as a business analyst. The business analyst rate is, in UK, if it's contract, is between, for cheap, those looking for cheap labor for contract, you can get it for even 250 per day. But the normal rate for contract pay for BAs is from between 400 to 600 pounds a day. So there's nothing like, I want to do flow cell. Well, that is when you are, if you go to Upwork, you start seeing all those things. But even in Upwork, you should be able to look at the market price in Upwork. Some of you that are working in Upwork, you must have been seeing the prices. And most of the time, a client will tell you how much he or she wants to pay. So if you are comfortable, you apply. If you are not comfortable, you don't apply. But nobody have the price. I can't tell you that this is the price because I can't, that is not part of the, I'm not here to give quotes or what, but the range is clear in the market. If you browse, you go to UK, if you go to America, browse how much you BAs charge, you understand that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Oh, Bona blessing.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you for the class. I want to know if it's possible to migrate data from other project management tools into Jira, like from FreeCamp. I also want to know how to integrate other apps into Jira, if it's possible to do something like that.
Yeah, it's possible to do all those things. You look at their integration aspect of it. And the one I know is that if you go to, for instance, ClickUp, if you want to import projects from other application to ClickUp, it's very clear where you can just show you where you can import the existing projects from Basecamp, from Monday or to this thing. You can do that. If you want to integrate, for instance, Jira with other applications, you look at some of the areas for the integration or the setting, go to the setting. From there, you look at all those areas. But looking at it, configuration is beyond the scope of this. No, no company will tell you as a business analyst to start. You have a system, only if they are going to hire you to come and integrate their work, their process. But if you are working there as a business analyst, it's the duty of the system administrators to do all these things where you work. Not you as a business analyst will go and start integrating their system for them. Only if they are the work you are working on as a project is integration project to do that integration. But if you want to learn more about that system configuration, integrating, that's out of the scope of this boot camp.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other question? All right. Thank you for joining, and I'll make time to maybe within this week, for us to have the thing that's going to be, because I think we've captured every other thing we need to capture in business analysis. All we need to do is just do the work. But in terms of training, we just need to capture the soft skills in business analysis, and we should be done with the training. And then we'll focus on the hands-on on our projects and use all the tools and knowledge to finish up our CRM project we're working on. So we've got everything we need to do this work. So, and that's it. Like I said, all these things we are doing is stages by stages. At this point, this is what is within your scope to get into business analysis. If you over time you want, just like even those in project management, if you want to start growing, you can start taking some other certification like PMP and the rest of them. Or like in business analysis, if you want to grow, you can start taking other these things like this Six Sigma belt. That is advanced business analysis. That way is advanced business analysis. But there's no need of taking you guys to that level. It's far beyond their level. So this is what the level you are now. If you are comfortable with this level, is a ladder. You get into the system and you start climbing. And in business analysis, there's a lot of domain areas. You need to, whichever domain, like if you want to become a CRM business analyst, specialize in anything about CRM, you can start, taking this CRM seriously. There's a lot of job opportunities. Companies are looking for people. If you want ERP, enterprise resource planning, this is another domain. There's a lot of application within that environment. You start learning them. So there are so many areas. If you want to become a cybersecurity business analyst, then you have to start taking courses in cybersecurity. If you want to start, build more strength in like IT service management, you start taking more courses in that area. So, and it's like that. That's how it's. And then there are some projects about implementation, like what we are doing here is implementation. Some projects we are going to do is going to be integration projects. Some projects we are going to do is going to be migration projects. So there is as you are growing, you are learning and getting more experience in different domains. So you cannot become a senior business analyst from this just one boot camp. But I'm sure with this, you can get entry as a project manager, as a business analyst. Like you can see, so many of you are already started getting job in the area of project manager. But that doesn't make them senior project manager. They are just project coordinators, and they start rising. So like some of you that I taught like 4 years ago, so many of them are now senior project managers. They all started as project coordinators. So thank you, and see you very soon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Akpabio, I don't know why you are raising your hand. I think
Thank you, sir.
we'll bypass. Like I said, once we finish vote of thanks, there's no need of you raising your hand.
It's a mistake, sir. It's a mistake. I wanted to clap. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Good night.
Thank you.
Nice.
Mr. Charles, good night, everyone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.